is great to see many members, collaborators, contributors, partners, enterprise members joining across the globe. As you all know, over the past few weeks, we have seen incredible energy across events, governance, and community growth. And today's town hall is bringing all those threads together, from community updates to new board members and what actually lies beyond 2026 and even more. So just want to share the agenda of today. Let me just give you guys. So today's agenda is really, we have an opening by Nick Cook, and then we'll have the new board members, a little welcome for them, and then we'll take on it to the committee elections, then the budget process, and then a few recaps of the events, and then committee updates by Darlington on the MCC, and then membership and AMM 2025. And then at the end, we have a little surprise session. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. So with that being said, let me remove this and let me bring on our amazing Nick. How are you, Nick?
Good, thanks, Ab. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well. I always want you to set the tone for our town hall. You're best at it. So yeah, please tell us what's going on from your end on Intersect and everything. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the intro, and thanks everybody for attending. Obviously, this is our end of October town hall. Got some exciting things to share, as always. As Ab's alluded to, a little surprise at the end, which we think will be something that will be well received and hopefully will help us to push forward our levels of both engagement and participation for these sorts of sessions moving forward. We've been working really hard recently across the organisation. One of the things that we're really focusing a lot of time and effort on is toning up and just tweaking our Intersect mission and vision ready for the start of 2026. There's lots of exciting things happening across budget developments, product committee developments, and all other areas of the organisation. So as usual, we're moving at a pretty incredible pace, and hopefully you'll hear about some of those things today. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I'll hand back to Abs to move into introducing our new board members and a little bit about how we've increased the number of our board members, why, and what that actually means for the community.
Thank you, Nick. And absolutely, yes, you just took my side of saying welcoming the new board members. And I think for that, we will bring on Val, Randy, and I think, yeah, that's what we've got there going. So, hey, Val, how are you doing?
Hello, thank you for inviting me, Abs.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad to have like this space with all the new elected members.
Yes, absolutely. And I think we shall we introduce Kavi or not? I mean, everyone knows who Kavinder is and definitely Rand. But hi guys, how are you? Excited for you guys to come in. Tell us a bit about what it is now that you guys are again elected. You know how you guys are feeling and what's really in the pipeline for the next year or so from your end.
Oh, wow. For my perspective as a new board member, I think Kavinda could speak on it a lot more. I'm really excited and thankful from the community for the vote. You know, I've been a part of it for about 2 meetings now. I'm very cautious of what I can say and things like that, but there's been a lot of hard work on the back end, and I'm really excited from what I've learned from Nick and Jack and the other board members like Kavinda and Adam and others and Steven. I see a lot of hard work happening, and I'm excited personally as a new member to really get caught up to speed and to be able to participate more, because I do see a lot of hard work is happening, and really excited to be a part of it further with the community.
Yeah, and Kavi, would you want to add something to that?
Yeah, thanks, Ab. I mean, hi everyone. It's really great to be here with all of you today. I think Adam was also supposed to be here, but unfortunately he had to cancel it at last minute. So on behalf of the rest of the Intersect board, I want to welcome all of you to our October Town Hall as well. I think I'll start off by saying thank you to everyone who, like Rand said, who's voted for us, me and Adam, to be re-elected, as well as Rand and Mercy, our newly elected board members, to come on board. I think last year has been an incredible journey, pretty much, with the board. I think the work the board has is quite complex on couple of different levels, because you have to balance the ethos of decentralization, governance, and the operational realities. Sometimes it's not that easy, but we've had to make tough calls, adapt quickly, and learn through experience. But I think what's carried us through is the belief that Intersect exists for its members and not above them. So I think all of these challenges, every milestone that we've come through, has been shaped by the energy and the feedback that's coming from this community, which is you. So I think last year we've also saw how this ecosystem matured in ways that we would probably not been able to imagine a year ago. From these governance experiments to constitutional progress to the first major budgeting cycles to the launch of hubs to education initiatives around the world. I think although sometimes it might have been a little bit tricky to navigate or a little bit messy sometimes, I think it's been real, and that's how the progress actually happens. So I think looking ahead, our focus at the board level is pretty clear. It's to strengthen the transparency, improve communication between communities and members, and also to ensure that the decision making continues to be closer to the community itself. Because I personally say this a lot of the times, that Intersect was built to be a living bridge or an intersection point between Cardano's ideals and the people driving them forward. So to everyone here, thank you for engaging, questioning, and showing up. So I think we should keep this going forward and making Intersect stronger together. Thank you, Ebbs.
Thank you, Kavi and Rand. And yeah, no, really excited to see what's coming up next for 2026 from you guys, and I know, Val, you were heading up, all the statistics of the voting going on. How did you find that whole process? Was that, were you ripping your hair out at one point? I know at some point you were, but eventually it all turned out well. But yeah, I just want to know your experience on that.
Yeah. So it was a super nice experience because I saw a lot of, in general, the whole Cardano community pretty engaged. As you said, it was a point that it was like really difficult at the beginning, but then we started like seeing a lot of engagement and participation. So I think that's like really wrap up the excitement of the whole community of having new elected members. So yeah, I just want to let a warm welcome to Rand and Mercy for being the new elected member, and also Kavinda and Adam for being re-elected.
Thank you, Val. So, I mean, with that positive note, I think with welcoming the new board members, I think it's only right that we move to the next big governance milestone, which is our committee elections. So I think, Val, you're leading that too. So just let us know what the updates are on that, which would be great.
Yeah. So yes, well, as you probably all know, the candidate registration officially closed last Friday, and with a really incredible result. So yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for the effort, the energy, the teamwork that really went into making this happen. Just to summarize, we wrap up the registration phase with 98 candidates. So that's mean every single committee now has more candidates than available seats, which means our members have a real choice in shaping the future of Intersect and all the different committees. And that's a really huge achievement. Just to summarize the final numbers, MCC got 17 candidates, open source 11 candidates, ICC 8 candidates, growth and marketing 16 candidates, product committee 14 candidates, civics 14 candidates as well. then budget committee, 11 candidates, and the technical steering committee, 7 candidates. So that's are all the candidates by different committees. And now the big news is that the voting phase has also officially started. So please, if you have time, head over to the members area and cast your vote. The voting phase will be open until next Friday at 12 p.m. UTC, so you have 1 more week. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I also want to mention that we are going to be hosting another X Space next Thursday. So please, if you have time, please make sure to join us. It's going to be led by Larissa and Tex. They're absolutely great providing these spaces for every candidates, and it's also like a great opportunity for everyone to hear more about the whole process, the whole election process, but also from the candidates themselves to know what are their goals, why they want to be part of that specific committee. So yeah, that's pretty much all. Let's keep the momentum going with the election cycles. And yeah, and please don't forget to vote, to cast your vote.
Absolutely, and I've been a bad boy. I was voting, and then I fell asleep, and then I stopped.
No.
I know. So I just want to let you all know how to get there. So on your dashboard, when you're there, you have the voting events. You click on that, and then you go to the open, and then it should load up very soon.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, you've got all of them there. So yeah, just go ahead and vote, and there are 7 more days to vote on this. So yeah, there you go, as Val mentioned. Okay, cool. So let me stop sharing my screen, and thank you, Val, for updating on both the board member election and the committee elections. I think we move to the next key operational segment, which is the budget process 2026. For that, I would love to bring on Lloyd on stage. There he is.
Hello.
Always amazing. Hey, how's it going?
Feeling
Tell
great.
us what's going on. Yeah, tell us what's going on at the budget process. Love to hear it.
Well, I happy to say that we've spent about 2 weeks now just in the X spaces, listening to the community, getting some feedback. Prior to that, of course, there was a ton of feedback that was gathered. We went through the budget retrospectives at Rare Evo. Thank you, Rand, for making sure we had space for that. That was an amazing opportunity. And then once that was completed, we took that information plus a significant amount of work between the Cardano Foundation and the Budget Committee, where we developed what we hoped would be a good framework, a good start of a framework that we could socialize with the community. The board gave us permission to start socializing that a couple weeks back, and we've been doing so. The reception of what we had was very good. There are a couple of innovations that DREPs have mentioned that they are interested in that we are currently exploring. So that looks like the opportunities for deposits and fees for projects that when they start a project in the budget process, that there might be a deposit or a fee that would be involved. They've also are talking about if there should be a minimum, if your project a minimum ask that should go, be. If we shouldn't go below a certain threshold, if you're asking for funds from the Treasury, and what that would mean for DREPs, the lower the threshold, obviously, the more proposals that might show up. So that seems to be the primary concern. There's, and then there's been some issues they'd like to see us make sure that Ecclesia, when we use Ecclesia this round, that we do a 67%, which it seems to be very popular with all the DREPs. That way, we can actually reduce the number of votes that we need. So in the end, this would be a single vote on Ecclesia where we would prioritize and itemize what should be in the budget info action that Intersect would provide, and then go from that one budget action to a single treasury action that will fund all of those projects. Now, a quick side note there, any project that doesn't make that 67% cutoff, that does not necessarily mean that's the end of the road for them. Several projects in the 2025 budget process were funded even though they didn't make that threshold. So what my suggestion to those folks would be is that to continue to pursue it and maybe do their own budget info action and their own treasury withdrawal outside of this process. But this will hopefully give DREPs a very nice streamlined process where the non-controversial, business as usual, and innovative things that everyone agrees on gets funded through a single action, which saves everybody a lot of time and energy, so they could look and focus on those other things if they need to.
Just a comment on that as well, Abs. It's important to note that, as Lloyd alluded to fairly recently, the budget committee met with the board and presented their framework and their plan, and which was met with a lot of positivity from the board. They were really pleased with the work that was done by the committee. So congratulations to the committees. As we know, it's no easy job being in that budget committee and working on this framework, but there was a lot of positivity around the work that's been done to build on the knowledge that was gained from the 2025 process. So a huge amount of accolades should go to the committee on that.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. And it's an honor to work with them, and it's great to see all of that hard work going in and see it recognized. So I really appreciate you sharing that as well, because yes, it is wonderful that the committee was able to come together, come up with a really solid solution that did take on board all of those learnings and really develop, a good future process and a framework we can continue to build on and continue to iterate on.
Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Nick, for bringing up all that. I mean, I think it's great to hear this update because it just gives the community a great overall news on what's going on, especially the committees being, looked out by the board. So it's great news on that. Especially now that I know that I'll be secretarying the the MCC. I'm really excited to join that up. So absolutely. So thanks, Lloyd. Thanks, Nick. Now,
welcome to the rank of secretary. Enjoy it. It's a good journey. It's a fun task. Yeah. It's a good journey, and you really do get to see some of the best of Cardano working toward some incredible goals. So welcome to that role. I hope you enjoy it. Let me just leave with a call to action that we will continue to put forward some AMA sessions. So if as a DREP, if you're watching this and you haven't yet participated, please either participate in an AMA, or you can reach out to me or any of the budget committee members individually and schedule time. We are taking on board all feedback and trying our best to make sure that your feedback is reflected in the choices that are going to be presented to the community, because we will put a budget info action on about mid-November that will be a process info action. So it'll just lay out the process and ask every one of the DREPs to agree that this is the process we're going to hold ourselves to in 2026. So let's get ready for that. And if you have any feedback on this process at all, please reach out. I'm happy to hear your feedback and make sure that the committee hears it as well. So thanks, Abs.
Thank you, Lloyd, and thank you, Nick. And I think we are short for time, but definitely we can shift the gears and look back in some of the incredible events that took place, which is part and parcel of what Intersect does, is to really meet members face to face. And I think for that, I'm already on stage, but I will bring Lorenzo. Hopefully he's there. Lorenzo, are you?
Hello.
Oh, there.
Yes, I'm
here. Yeah. Apologies for keeping you in the backstage. Sometimes it gets quite crowded here. But it's great to have you here. And I know I went to the Token 2049. I will get an update on that. But I believe you went for the Tech for Summit Japan. How did that go for you? And is there any updates or anything you want to share? On that.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Tech for Impact this year was a lot of attendance. I I particularly like the people who attended there. There were a lot of people that were not in Cardano, and other people that were not in blockchain either. So we had a lot of companies and businesses in Cardano there with their booth, and it was very good to make connections and kind of pointing at different members that had their booth there. So like you can get help from that guy, so you can have help from those guys. I think that's the type of events that definitely Cardano needs. So that was quite good, particularly from the Intersect side. Yeah, these are the pictures from it. There was a lot of good interest in Intersect. Again, I was saying there were a lot of people that were not in Cardano, so it was kind of interesting to explain Intersect for people that don't experience, like we all do here, governance, decentralized governance in the day-to-day. And I think we had a good amount of associated members that did sign up through that event. So it means that there is interest even outside of the current Cardano community. So I assume we also onboarded new people to Cardano through that. I also show here a couple of extra pictures during that those days there in Japan. There were also 3 workshops related to the product committee. 1 or 2 of those were in Tokyo. That's the picture that you see at the top. Those were really good workshops as well. There were a very large attendance, and also we were able to capture part of the community, for example, in that room that only speaks the local language. So I also think that the connection there and the attendance to that event helped the participation in the effort that product committee is having for this Cardano vision and Cardano strategy for 2030. Yeah, so I think overall a really positive event, and I saw it growing from last year. So I think next year will get even better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think it's the same. I can talk about a bit on the Token 2049 in Singapore. I was there. It was held on the 1st and 2nd of October. The venue was phenomenal. It was the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, and over 25,000. Yes, you heard it right. 25,000 attendees came. This is one of the biggest events of Web3 in Asia, APAC region. Over 160 countries represented, 500 plus exhibitors, 300 plus speakers. Of course, one of them was our amazing Charles Hoskinson. He was there taking the stage, and everyone was just in big awe when he was there because he just talks amazing. And of course, as you all know, this was the first event that was supported by the Unified Global Marketing event proposal that was backed by the DREPs and the Cardano community. So this was a huge event in that way. And of course, the presence of Cardano was even amazing. I mean, I would say like there was a corner that was just purely Cardano corner. So we had the IO booth, the Midnight booth right in front of IO booth, and then we had the Cardano booth, which was humongous. And as you can see, there was a nice area to present, and we added over 350 new members just from that event. They were really happy to hear what Intersect is doing. And as always, our enterprise members, if you are listening in, you were represented on our banner. We had all your logos there, so you guys are never missed in any of the events. And of course, we had the Cardano card, and who can forget, Snake was there too with all their merch. I, in fact, got probably their best merch. I got the snake head, which I brought it all the way back to India from Singapore. I know it was crazy, but I carried it in plane. I wasn't gonna throw it away. So, but I think the main thing here is the saying of, unified presence, unified purpose, unified Cardano, and I think that's definitely a message to, expand and magnify. And I think I don't know if Laura has joined. No, but I will speak a bit about the Cardano Summit Rio. It was on the 15th of October. It was at the Museum of Tomorrow in Rio, and over 400 people attended, 15 speakers. Here are some of the pictures of the booth, and we had our amazing Laura represent us from Intersect. One thing I do want to say that our shirts are becoming a bit of a hit. everyone sort of comes into the booth going, "Hey, do you have that special shirt for this event?" So kudos to the guys who are making these shirt designs along with Laura. I mean, they're just amazing, and I think people come to our booth a lot of times just looking to collect. It's becoming a collector's sort of item. But that's an amazing picture right down there. And yeah, that's what we have from the thing. But if you guys are interested in seeing the Token 2049 live stream, you can scan the QR on the side that just came out of nowhere. And you can see the whole Token 2049 live streamed. We had like hours and hours of live streaming on the Token 2049. We'll try to make that a usual thing to really showcase every event to all the community members. We appreciate the fact that these events are far away sometimes. Not everyone can make it, so it's really nice to sort of live stream it. So at least from your comfort of your home, you can get on the Intersect YouTube and just see what we're all up to. So if you want to recap on what happened in 2020 Token 2049, please scan that QR and you'll get to our playlist with all the recordings. Right, let me take that off. Now, I think the next part is the membership and AMM 2025. For that, I just want to do it with Lorenzo, firstly stating, and Nick, you can chime in into this, that memberships are very important for us at Intersect. We, of course, want you guys to be part of Intersect, not just being an associate. Even individual membership has major values to it. Whether, as you guys can vote. Right now, the election for the committee is happening, so you're able to exercise your Web3 governance on Cardano, being part of Intersect and being an individual member. So do take that time to go onto your membership area and see if you're up for renewal. And if you are, please renew, and we would love to keep you guys having the membership and enjoying the perks of being a member. But Nick, do you want to add anything to the membership side, if there's anything?
Just to recap on what you were saying about our t-shirts, Abs, they have become a bit of a collector's item now, quite strangely, but something we're quite proud of with these graphics now. So at every event now, we are hot pressing t-shirts live, and for members, we do keep the first 50 t-shirts every day for people who are actually members to come to the stand and get one hot pressed. So I think actually Lorenzo can probably give a bit more of an overview about that, because we're also doing proof of attendance now at all of our events in terms of NFTs. So, we're starting to build up our membership presence. We're starting to build up a bit of a buzz around some of these things at our events now. So anyone who is coming to the summit in Berlin in a couple of weeks, please do come and get a t-shirt to add to your collection. And also, same goes if you're going to Buenos Aires. Same thing applies. We'll be hot pressing t-shirts there. So if you're a member and you're attending, make sure you go to the Intersect stand and collect your t-shirt.
I love how Nick's got that service gun on hot pressing t-shirts. That's amazing. I'll join you and in Berlin, hot pressing it too. I know Cabby wants a shirt, definitely.
But also, just to caveat that as well and build on that, Abs, for any of our enterprise members also who are going to be at the summit in Berlin, please do book a slot with Abs to come and do an interview, because we will be doing interviews with our enterprise members. And we'll be posting those live while we're there as well. So please do feel free to book in with Abs. We will do some outreach on that, but feel free to come to our stand if you haven't booked a slot. And we will be booking in enterprise interviews to talk about your business and how we can support that as Intersect, and then pushing out that content and giving it to you as well if you also want to push it out on your social channels.
100%, and this is going to be live streamed as always on our YouTube, just like anything, just like the Token 2049. We're going to live stream the whole of Berlin's Cardano Summit, so it's going to be really cool. thank you, Nick, for the additional information on that. Lorenzo, do you want to give a bit about the AMM 2025? What do you got? And
yeah, I think like this connects to one of the key member benefits, right? So members, we're a member-based organization because the members are here to have their say and submit their votes. One critical time of the year, one key time of the year to do that is the annual member meeting. That's the time when we reflect back on the stuff that we have achieved all together throughout 2025, and we look forward so we understand what is going to happen next. So particular for this AMM this year, as you might have seen in the dev report of last week, we're aiming to bring closer the global membership. So we have members all over the world. I think we have around like 60 plus countries. So we want to make sure that members can connect from different geographies. So we're going to be connecting on the 29th, which is at the end of November, so next month. We're going to show a preview and a little bit of a test in a little bit about that. But the key things that are we want to make sure that we understand what is the member feedback. So there is a survey that is currently running. I will try to find the link, but you can find it on our X. So that's for members to again share what was their experience so far and to give an indication of what happens next. And then with that feedback, we will share a proposal for what we are aiming to do next year, which will be discussed in the AMM itself. And then after the AMM, we're going to open up a poll for members to confirm that we have incorporated properly that feedback. Outside of that, a couple of weeks ahead of the actual AMM, we are organizing some in-person gatherings. So for different communities around the world, there will be gatherings in Sri Lanka, in Japan, in North America, so just different parts and many more. So that's what's coming, and I'll wait to understand from Alps when is the right time to share a little bit of a preview.
Yeah. Well, yeah, before we do that, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone on Twitter that's giving out a bit of a thing, like, some news from Nick when you mentioned about Berlin. Everyone's really excited. I can see Tally's excited about the Berlin T-shirt as all. The T-shirts are definitely become the news of the thing. And yeah, just a big shout out to all the listeners who are streaming in right now. I think we've got over 170 live listeners right now. So really appreciate your time coming in, listening in to us, and listening to what we've been doing for this past 1 month, which has been very, very busy. So on that note, I think Lorenzo, the next part is the surprise bit. So do you want to go ahead and do the surprise bit? How you want to do? Yes, the best.
Let's not raise the hype too much, otherwise people will. So as you guys know, you've seen it if you joined us at Rare Evo. We've been collaborating as we do with different members. We've been collaborating with the Clay Nation guys. Right now, actually, you can go into your member area. You can get your own personalized Intersect Clay avatar. So that's available. Some people saw the preview back at Rare Evo. The exciting thing is that this AMM, which where we're gonna connect the global membership, is gonna run in our special virtual hub, which is powered by the Clay Nation guys. So you will be able to use your Clay avatar, your personalized Clay avatar in there, and you will be able to connect with your members. If you are with us watching today, we will bring you in as a little bit of like a preview, and just to have a look around, and actually to do that and give us a little bit of context of what's happening there, the work in progress, and the cool stuff that the Clay guys are building. We got Lena here from Clay Nation.
Yeah, I just want to add that we have a last-minute entrance from Lena from Clay Nation. Lena, are you there? Just to give a bit of a... Oh, there she is. Hello. Oh, I think you're... Yeah.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm here. No, it's been really fun. So I've obviously been working with the Intersect team for over a year now, I think. Originally doing the Europe hub with the guys. And then we decided to do a cool activation at Rare Evo with the avatars. And now it's like next step, we're going to bring them to life. We're going to let everyone use those and hopefully provide a really fun way for everyone to interact with each other and actually just experience something a bit different. I think it's a great way for a global community to connect. virtual hubs can bring everyone together in a way that's super accessible. And we've tried to build it in a way that will run on everyone's laptop. So wish us luck.
Awesome. So I think the next stage is basically us going to the virtual hub. Now, I will try to tell everybody, I think everyone will leave this live stream, and then we will all see you guys at the virtual hub. But to get to that, you guys would need to, if you can scan your QR, this QR right here, and go to your members area, and that would look like this. Let me just share my members area. So
you can go on members.intersectmbo.org. That should bring you.
Yeah, that QR will direct it right there, and then it will be the login, which I will just log in front. I should have done this myself.
It's good. Let's show the full process so people know.
Yeah. It's now you have to go to your email, and an amazing code will come up, which is anytime now. Great. It is a small one, guys. Don't worry. I will. Oh, RM, and then submit. Okay, and then we go to this. It went down there. Okay, so you have to go all the way down there to see the access the virtual hub. I love this graphics. That really, I don't know who made that, but that was a really cool one. Love it. So access now, and then I believe it goes, yeah. If you guys can see this tab, it will go in right there. And there you go. There's a bit of a layout as to how you can control yourself in the virtual hub. I already know how it is. So it is, so I was playing around with it yesterday, thanks to you guys. And there you are. This is what you guys are going to see. I think if you can run around a bit and you see a lot of things going on. There you go. That's me right there. Are you guys able to see this live streaming? Yeah? Okay, cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys all join in. Are you guys gonna come in, guys? Y'all jump onto the virtual.
I'm gonna join you guys. I guess it's also just quickly worth mentioning. Sorry to interrupt. I'm jumping in, and just worth mentioning that it's obviously it's a test environment at the moment. So any feedback from anyone that's listening, please do share it with us, and we'll be making those changes in time for the next larger meetup.
Yes,
and Lena, just out of curiosity, I know these are all amazing little pods here. So is it going to be like this pod is going to be the main place where the, have you decided, is this where the presentation is going to be, or what are the plans with these pods right here? Is there any, can you give us some alpha?
Yeah, for sure. So the main pod that you can see is one of the streaming areas, but we're planning on, this could be completely changed in terms of where that location is. But for the pods, what we're hoping to allow is that people from different communities can actually have meetups in those pods. And because of the way that the voice proximity works, you can join those pods and have conversations with people and actually look at materials, share materials, and discuss materials. Kind of have like a virtual co-work with people from anywhere in the world.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So this is really great. I mean, you can even chat right there, as you guys can see in the left corner. Yeah. So this is amazing. So guys, if you want to test the virtual hub, it's on your members dashboard. Go on there, check it out, and have a go at it. It's quite fun, and I can't wait for this AM to take place on, in this virtual environment. It's, a lot of people have seen this, but to have AMMs across the world, people joining in, just to, really, that really is exciting. So I can't wait for that. Is there any dates, as in like when, you may have mentioned this, but any dates as in when this is actually going to take place? Any?
Yep. So the actual event
Yep.
is going to be on Saturday the 29th. So it's going to be probably like a whole day, a literal all day event, because we have communities all over the world. So it's going to start early in the AM UTC and end late in the PM UTC. So that's going to be quite a full day. But again, as I said before, that there will be some in-person gatherings. So local regions, local pots of members can connect in person too. So yeah, November 29th, you're going to see some dedicated comps coming out soon. And I see Abs is jumping and enjoying.
Yes, and that's okay. I'll stop having fun. It is quite fun being in this virtual hub. It's quite cool. Really, kudos to the Clay Nation guys. Thank you for bringing this up, and I'm quite excited to see what's next. But definitely, again, just want to give you guys that QR. If you scan it, you go to your membership area, and then from there, you guys can access it right here. So in your membership area, right down there, access now, and you guys can get into the virtual hub, which looks like this. Awesome. That's more than, I think that's cool. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap this up?
Yeah, just to capitalize on what Lena was saying, you know, part of what Intersect is about is bringing people together and participation. And last year was our first year of AMMs, and we tried to run as many in-person events as we could by running them wherever we had hubs all over the world, which was really successful. But we're still playing on our minds, how do we remove any barrier to entry from anybody who's an Intersect member anywhere in the world in terms of cost, the ability to travel, and really this is a great way of doing that. And I think if we can really pioneer this and push this on over the foreseeable future, it will give us a really good way to interact and remove any barrier to entry from any Intersect member, regardless of where you are in the world. And that's pretty much one of our key objectives as an organization, is participation. And actually this really helps us to facilitate that. So I think it will be a great success for us, and we just really need to drive it and make sure people are A, aware of it, B, have access to it, and C, can come in and participate with each other in the right way, because it will facilitate a lot more conversation, general participation, both across committees and working groups, and generally within Intersect, and it will just bring everybody together in a really nice way. So again, kudos to the Clay guys. Thank you very much for what you've done with us so far, and hopefully we can continue building on that. Hopefully it'll be a real success for the community.
Agreed. And on that positive note, I just want to say thank you all for joining in for today's town hall. I think we're hitting the 45 mark. That's a good time to wrap things up. I think your energy, participation, and continued support makes these events possible and fun, right? That's the key part of this. So I think the next time we're going to see everyone is Berlin, I believe, in Cardano Summit. So hopefully I'll catch you all at the Cardano Summit 2025 in Berlin, and we'll have some face-to-face t-shirt making, shall we say. No, talking more about Intersect and everything. So yeah, definitely. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for joining in, and thank you all for listening in, and thank you. Take care. Bye. Bye. See you. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.